The NFL on EA Sports is in the great state of Tennessee at Nissan Stadium here in Nashville. The whole of downtown Nashville likely still reverberating with the sounds of the Titans taking the field a moment ago. They're ready for football as their Titans are set to match up with the Buffalo Bills. Here's Randy Bullock now to put toe to leather, and off we go from Nashville. From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. 5 yards remain on second down.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Forced out to his left. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs. 76 yards. And the Bills on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Batson not going to risk returning it, so they'll start at the 25. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now Tannehill being chased out left. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Second and 5. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. 7 yards there and a first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
A first look now for Darrington Evans. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 32-yard line. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And he'll be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 23. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs. It gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
On 1st and 10, it's Evans. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And here he'll get it down to the 7. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Here's Tannehill. Touchdown! It's complete. Ryan Tannehill able to spot Julio Jones for the touchdown there. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. That's one of those long drives where not only do you score, but you really tire out the defense, too.
That's a great point, because now they've been on the field for a long time. Them going to the bench, trying to make adjustments, trying to figure things out, but they'll do so fatigued.
They'll look to throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete. So what do you think the mindset was there? You can tie it with a PAT here first half. Why go for the lead right now?
The old school mindset says if you have a better team, you just go ahead and continue to try and dominate. There's also a school of thought, if you don't think you're quite as good, you have to try and take advantage of opportunities. And finally, I just think this is analytics coming into the game. Someone saying the more you go for 2, the better your chances are of actually getting them.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails, because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
They'll try and run for this with Singletary. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. They'll run here with Singletary. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Working with a 2nd and 4. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
On 1st down, it's Tannehill. He's got his tight end over the middle. That's Ferkser. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a 1st down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. The handoff, running left, Henry. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now Tannehill. This is caught. And it's a Titans touchdown. Ryan Tannehill able to spot Julio Jones for the touchdown there. And the Titans have taken the lead. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. By rule, that comes out to the 40-yard line, so good opportunity for this offense with solid field position. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll run out of the gun with Singletary. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Bringing him down defensively, Jayon Brown. Out to his, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. Flushed out right. Looking for Sanders here on the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 35. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. As the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Out to the left, he's got his tight end Knox. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. So 2nd and 4 from the 22. Singletary here running out of the gun. 42 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. The kick by Bass is good. Down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Second half begins with a run by Henry. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, a give to Evans. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Here's Tannehill. Caught by Jones. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 9 yards that time.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down. After the run, Tannehill going to throw. A slant to Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. On 1st and 10, Tannehill gets this to Ferkser, the tight end. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to the ground now. It's Henry. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd. From the 29, Tannehill dancing to his left. That's complete to his tight end, Ferkser. And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 17-yard line. 11 more yards there. This methodical drive continues. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
On 3rd down, Henry. And he's going to come up well shy of the 1st here as the tackle's made right around the 12. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Bullock's kick is good. And it's going to up the lead to 15-10. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Allen and Knox teaming up there for a Buffalo 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the 1st on the scramble. On the handoff, it's Singletary. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down.
They got the completion. Now, they probably had 2 plays called in the huddle, so they've got to get to the line of scrimmage, get set, and run their fourth down play.
And down by 5, they've got to go for it here on fourth down. Singletary, they'll run for it. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down.
Add that one to the good run tally right there. He's been strong throughout this game, and there's no reason to suggest he's going to slow down in the fourth quarter at all. And that's exactly what they need him to do. Keep churning out first downs.
Allen. And Diggs has it. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Call that a very strong gain of 24. On the give, this is Singletary. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6.
Allen on the move to his left. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Here's Allen. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return.
Just when you thought this game might be turned on its ear, a late interception pretty much going to seal the deal.
Yeah, boy, talk about having your backs to the wall. This defense, they look like they were in danger of surrendering this lead, but they knew they needed that one play, and they got it right there, partner.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry.
And not a whole lot there, maybe 3 yards on first down.
Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Titans are winners here as we say so long from Nashville. The NFL on EA Sports is in the great state of Tennessee at Nissan Stadium here in Nashville. This crowd here fired up for football as a moment ago their Titans were introduced. This should be a good one as the Titans get set to match up with the Dallas Cowboys. Here's Randy Bullock now to put toe to leather, and off we go from Nashville. On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. Good running play here to start the drive. That'll net them 14 yards as they pick up the first.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Steps away to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, my initial thought was that maybe he was just trying to blindly throw this one away, and maybe he was. But he's going to get away with it because as he tried to throw it over the left sideline there's a receiver right there in the area, so no grounding call.
On second down now, it's Elliott, and he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 32-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Prescott now. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. And the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now back to the ground with Elliott. And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. The give is to Elliott. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 42 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. Here's Prescott. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown. And when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down in bounds? On that play, all those things going through his head, might have called.
And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Cowboys take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Zerline good with a PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. To throw is Tannehill. Buying time to his left. Got his man. That's the Pro Bowler Julio Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down. Here's Tannehill. Man open, here is Jones. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one good for 37 yards. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
Back to throw, Tannehill. On the slant, he'll get it to Jones. And the Titans are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Tannehill. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Anthony Fertzer there to make the grab. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. And he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete. So why go for that there? First half, you could have tied the game at 7. Why try to get the lead?
Feels like an analytics call, doesn't it? That's starting to really get into the game where they're studying where you can make extra points and the whole deal and, get an advantage. But I don't know that we have enough data yet to really say that this is the right play or the wrong play. Maybe in 2 or 3 more NFL seasons.
Could change.
Exactly. 2 or 3 more NFL seasons, I think we'll have a much better study and much better case of what we're going to do.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. Powering his way forward. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 57 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
It's a gain of 16 and a Dallas 1st down. Elliott running right. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now Prescott staying on his feet. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Jeffrey Simmons able to drop him for a loss of a couple.
It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
Forced out to Prescott stripped. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Back deep, Chester Rogers. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 4 yards the pickup, first down. 2nd and 1, and people want to run the football.
This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. And sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Now a first down throw, Tannehill. Throw left side here, hauled in by the tight end Ferkser. 7 yards, the pickup there. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Tannehill, that's taken in, complete to Reynolds. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. From the red zone now, Tannehill. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Josh Reynolds in the final seconds of the first half. And the Titans have taken the lead. Now Mike Vrabel going to tell the offense to go for 2 here. They'll try and run it in with Henry. And he is into the end zone. So they get 2 more on the board here just before halftime. Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. A good run there to start the drive. 13 yards, first down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. This is Elliott. Elliott a first down and more. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Keanu Neal with a safety blitz for the sack.
This defense coming out after the half, and if that plays any indicator, Charles, maybe a little refreshed and refocused here for quarters 3 and 4.
Yeah, they did really well on that one. That's exactly what they need to keep doing if they want to change.
Julio Jones all alone. Touchdown, Titans. 3 touchdown passes now for Ryan Tannehill.
And the Titans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Any speed limits out there, and off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown.
On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. Flush to his right. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. Draw play, Elliott. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
95 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. They keep on the ground with Elliott. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. The give to Elliott. Breaks through the contact. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10.
Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. That's on the guard, Connor Williams.
After the penalty, it's Elliott. And a nice run to get him past the original line of scrimmage. A gain of 7. It's 2nd and 8 now. Now Elliott. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Here's Prescott. Incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Throwing, Prescott. His throw incomplete. Michael Gallup, that's who he was looking for. But now it's 3rd and goal. Prescott. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dak Prescott hooking up with Amari Cooper. And the Cowboys are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third.
Certainly there are good things about quick strike offenses that score fast, but a long drive can also work to your advantage as well.
In so many ways, Brandon, because number one, you get them tired, but the big one is mentally. They can't figure out how to slow you down, how to get off the field, how to get the ball back. They go to the bench wondering, what are we going to do next time in order to stop those guys?
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Tannehill on third down. This pass complete to Reynolds. And he will have a Titans first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. Tannehill hooking up with Reynolds for a Titan first. A first down carry for Henry. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
He completes it to Jones. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That'll put him up over 160 yards receiving now for the game. They can't seem to stop it. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Tannehill now to throw. We'll find Jones again, complete. Touchdown, Titans. They've got now 4 touchdown passes for Ryan Tannehill. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And the lead now up to 14. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
This is caught inside the 15. And they're going to have this all the way down deep into Tennessee territory. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. And that's Elliott, complete. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down. Here's Dak. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown. Michael Gallup on the receiving end from Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand. I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and choose some clock with Henry. To the 40 and no further. The broken tackle, but then the hole closed quickly. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Tannehill now to throw. He shakes him off, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Osa Odighizuwa able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot. So here we go, Charles, 3rd down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
Tannehill being chased out left. He's got the 1st down and more past midfield. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. It's a gain of 14 there, and that should be enough to get him home free. The Titans go victory formation down to a knee.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Tannehill to a knee, and that ought to be the final act of this ball game.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Titans are winners here as we say so long from Nashville.